From roads and transportation to the cost of housing in Rochester, those are just some of the many topics discussed during the Olmsted County Board's annual meeting with legislative delegates. KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy was there, and she joins us live in Rochester with a look at how our local and state leaders are working together to make the community stronger. Jessica?
Was to determine priorities for local and state government. So when returning to the legislature, lawmakers know what to work on to better our communities. State legislators joined the Olmsted County Board to discuss the top issues facing our area.
The big thing is to familiarize each other of where the issues are and how we can help the citizens and what has worked and what has not worked and how far we've made in some projects is the big thing.
The goal is to listen to one another in order to better understand what needs to be addressed before the 2020 legislative session begins on February 11th.
We need to be better partners. The state needs to work with the local counties so that we can partner together to do what's best for our constituents.
One of the big topics on the table focuses on funding for roads and transportation.
Funding is needed to save lives and make sure people can get where they need to go safely. So there are some real serious issues that we have locally. They won't be fixed without money in our transportation system.
Discussion also centered around how to make housing more affordable for families in Olmsted County, as well as making the Department of Health and Human Services more transparent and accountable.
There's been a number of issues as far as misappropriate billing and then sending it back to the taxpayers to pay for the mistakes at the department. Those kinds of things are just wrong.
Now the hope is both local and state leaders will be able to take what they learned today and make positive changes for the community in the future.
The state has to oversee the state and the county has to oversee the county. So you want to make both things work smoothly.
Other topics that were discussed were recreational cannabis and social services. Live in Rochester, Jessica Bringy, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Jessica. Now, again, this meeting happens once a year before the Minnesota legislature begins its regular session. Opening day this year for the legislature is February 11th.